All right, let's do it. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Miss Shane and students. Uh,
Yo, morning everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you.
yep. We have Edwin, Corey, Joseph, Ellis, and Alejandro. So, good morning, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Today, we are going to be going over preparing for tournaments, you guys. All right, so once you get in that tournament phase, or if you plan on doing it in the future, okay, this is how you can do it. These are the necessary steps you can take and the things that can help you get throughout it. And, overall, just have a healthy experience. All right. How's everybody feeling? Let's get some chats, some messages in the chat is what I meant.
Yep.
How you feeling, Roy?
Feel pretty good. Pretty excited to learn about this because once you dip your toes into going to tournaments, that's where it all changes, guys.
Mm-hmm. And as you
From
see,
com-
oh my fault. Go ahead.
from competing or even just going, you're gonna enter the actual world of esports to see how it all comes together.
Mm-hmm. And as you see in the background, this is one of those super big international um tournaments that they do worldwide. You can come and just see. This is a game that they play, League of Legends. You can just see the top competitors in this game. Just battle it out,
Mhm.
battle it out. It's hard to say battle it out.
Battle.
Wonderful. Everybody's feeling sleepy, tired. Great. A lot of mixed reviews. All right, let's
Because we're
go ahead
not
and get
there.
started.
Mm-hmm. You want me to go first?
Uh,
You want to go
yeah,
first?
yeah, you could go first if
Okay.
you want.
All right, guys. So here we go. First one: understanding tournament format. Before entering a tournament, it's crucial to understand its structure. There are online and offline tournaments, each with its own challenges. Only Corey and Edwin need credits for this period. All right, guys. Let's get them then.
Let's get these credits.
Online events require good internet, no distractions, and optimized setup. Played in local area network LAN settings, meaning zero lag or input delay. More consistent frame rates and smooth gameplay, as there are no internet connection issues. Players rely on raw skill and reaction time since online lag compensation doesn't exist. Yeah, because, no
Wait.
matter how clean your weapon.
Oh, I think I have those mixed up. Now that I think
Mm-hmm.
about it. So that those bullet points are supposed to be for offline, and online is supposed to be for the bottom bullet points.
Let me see some. Oh, I see now. Okay. Um.
Whoops.
All good. All good. So,
Should I fix that real quick, or are we good?
well, we can fix it for the break.
All right, bet.
Okay. So let's go online then. So online is played over the internet, meaning network latency ping can affect the reaction time. Connection quality varies based on internet speed, distance from servers, and packet loss, which some games show you how much it is. And actually, yesterday we were playing some ranked games in Valorant
Uh
with
huh.
one of our students, Goku, and he was like, "Dude, like I have so much packet loss. I have like 1,200." And I was like, "Dang!" So like he like restarted his game during our like during our competitive match, and he came back and it was a lot better. But that was these things are real, Chad. They're real.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Call of Duty a lot, and I've been getting a lot of packet loss for some reason. So
Hmm.
yeah, quick restart will help.
Okay, so can you explain to people who don't know, like what exactly is a packet loss?
Packet loss is when I guess when you start up your game, and as it loads up, it's basically it's loading all the game files that's downloaded into your game, and I guess some of the files that are loaded just aren't loaded for some reason. I'm not sure if it's just a issue when you load it up or something like that, but quick restart would just help reset everything and make sure you get the data that you didn't download or that you didn't load up when you first started up the game, pretty much.
Does it like give you lag or something, or does it just not make it run
It
smooth? Or
actually like the gameplay doesn't register sometimes. Like like in
um,
Call of Duty and Nuketown, like there's supposed to be a like a bus right there. You won't see the bus because it didn't load in. You feel me? So it's as if
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
loaded into the game too quickly, and like all of the background like graphics didn't load in fast enough. So you're playing the game
Damn.
without all of the background graphics and everything loading in. So
That's crazy. That makes a lot of sense now because
mhm,
it says packet loss occurs when data packets fail to reach their destination while traveling across the network.
yeah.
Dang.
So it can happen. It can happen, y'all.
Mm-hmm. And then next up, we have some games use rollback netcode like Guilty Gear Strive. A lot of students like that in Street Fighter 6 to reduce lag, while others rely on delay-based netcode, which can feel sluggish. And players might need to adjust their playstyle to compensate for minor input delays, like throwing out attacks earlier in fighting games. Yep, yep.
Mhm.
Example is a player who dominates online may struggle offline due to stage nerves or input lag differences. However, online play has more input delay compared to offline, leading to different reaction speeds and timing for combos. And fun fact, guys, there's like a different tier list of characters from online to offline. Zelda offline in person, she is like definitely in like the lower category, but in online she's in the higher category. Just because
Whoa.
of yeah, just because her the online gives her specific character an advantage compared to offline. Kind of crazy
Wow.
actually. Hmm.
Hey, I never knew that. That's kind of cool actually.
Hmm. Let's go, Zelda mains, rise up.
Rise up. Next we have different bracket types, which we have went over briefly in the past.
Hmm.
But it says tournaments also follow different bracket formats, okay? Such as single elimination, where losing once means you're out. All right, double elimination, which allows players a second chance by moving them into the losers bracket. All right, some tournaments use round robin pools where players face multiple opponents and the best records advance. Okay, so as you see, single, lose once, you're out. This is a high stake environment, so you got to play your best throughout the whole match, or if you lose, you out. All right.
Hmm.
Then you have double elimination, which is um, much more what we do when we do tournaments. So you can have a more better chance to get that title at the end of the tournament. You basically get a second chance in the losers bracket. And last one is round robin, which everyone plays everyone. All right. Best records advance. This is basically used for seeding, which is picking out the best players and picking out the bad players, and just putting them in a kind of like a data list from top to bottom, from best to worst. Okay. And then, for example, Evo uses double elimination, allowing comebacks for the losers bracket. Right. Also giving it, some more time, some more gameplay. You know. And then lastly, we have game rules and settings, which is understanding the rule sets is another key factor. Games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate have different legal stages depending on the tournament, while Valorant has specific map bans and agent restrictions. Okay, so you want to talk about game rules a little bit briefly, because I don't know how
Yeah,
Valorant works.
yeah. I have a quick little question. Let's see, what bracket type have we already done, guys? Which one have we already
Hmm,
done? Let's see if you guys remember or no.
good question.
And are we on the next one? The next page?
I was asking, do you have any examples for like game rules and stuff for Valorant? Because I haven't really played
Um,
Valorant
no,
or any
not
other
too much,
games.
but for Super Smash Brothers, like the traditional game rules are or tournament rule settings are tournament legal stages, which are like Battlefield, Small Battlefield, Final Destination, Town and City, Kalos, Hollow Bastion, and Smashville,
Hmm.
and Pokemon Stadium 2. So there's about 8 tournament legal stages. And all the other ones, they're not really considered tournament legal because of like the platform or the layout of it. And along that, they have 7 minutes time limit, three stocks, And basically no character bans. So all of those combined are gonna be your standard tournament bracket settings, and it depends on the TO. So
Mm.
I like the official Super Smash Brothers like people. They have like invitationals or events to where they have like free for alls. They have items. They have Final Smash meter. They have literally stage. Oh, stage hazards off by the way for the other one.
Oh yeah.
Stage hazard on. So all those things came into factor, and they can be in the actual in tournament rule settings as well. And it's Nintendo; they can basically do whatever they want. So and they have really big events like that too. So it really depends on the organizers and the events going on. Um, but then eventually after that, they'll go into the traditional 1v1s as well. So yeah, depending on who hosts it and who's interested, it can either be the way Smash is supposed to be played with all the crazy cool stuff, or your traditional standard 1v1 double elimination bracket style.
Nice.
Hmm. All right, guys. What is? Do you guys have the answer?
What
What
bracket
bracket
type?
type? No, we done.
Yeah, this is a very easy answer.
Mm-hmm. You've only done one of these, one of the three.
All right. We'll wait for that.
Patrice. Mm.
So next slide, practicing effectively. All right. Not all practice is equal, and mindless grinding can lead to bad habits. All right. Focused training means identifying weaknesses and improving on them rather than simply playing for long hours. All right. And this is key. It's very important to getting better. A lot of people just like to play, to have fun, but you gotta have intention. All right. At least when you're trying to get better. All right. If a Rocket League player struggles with aerials, they should spend time in training mode, specifically practicing that skill instead of just playing rig matches. All right. Scrims uh, provide a better competitive experience than casual play. I actually love playing scrims, even in sports and real life. I think that's how you get the best, fun and training out of it. Um, and scrims is structured practice matches against serious opponents. All right. So a lot of times back in the days, we will scrim against we'll scrim against other schools, right? In basketball, football, soccer, we'll have scrim before the season starts. And then lastly, watching and analyzing VODs, which is video on demand recordings, is another key practice method. Players should review their own matches to identify mistakes and also watch professional players to learn high level strategies. Are you
Mm-hmm.
still here, Roy? Oh, okay, good. All right, this right here is a video that Roy does with the students. A little bit of training, helping them get better with Valorant. So I'm gonna play this video so y'all can see.
The trees. Mm-hmm. Now go to where the trees are on the bridge.
Behind you. Yep, that way. No, no, no. Keep going there. Go there.
Yep,
To the
exactly.
right.
Yeah, and then go where the trees are. Yeah, go straight ahead, then go left on the bridge. Yep, straight, and then go in between. Yeah, these two. That's pretty good too. Go a little more to yeah. So between those two, right? So now look straight, and you're gonna see two targets in front of you. There's gonna be one right there, one right there. Yep. So so that's gonna practice if you're ever going against like another jet or anyone that's like a little higher or lower than you, mainly higher. Because I was noticing in the ace that I got with the outlaw, because I know Jet's gonna eventually jump, and I feel like this routine helped me basically get her because she knew she was gonna jump, and I popped her up. Mm-hmm.
I did not know that existed.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
The sniper
So
looks nice.
that helps a lot
Yep,
with that.
it's one of the best
Whether
skins
you want to do
in
it, yeah,
Valorant.
with scope, without smoke,
And
scope,
yeah, this is just
scope,
a trade or aim training routine
scoop.
slash warm up routine to get better with snipes and pretty much any other gun. But generally, this student Seth is really good at snipes and just wants to keep getting better. So
Good way to practice that.
I
Yep.
helped
Nice
create
little
a
micro flicks up
new
and
little
down too as
routine that he
well.
hasn't done before by going to the bridge
And then once you're done with that,
and focusing on
right?
sniping these two specific
Once you're
targets
done with
here.
that routine, I
And
like
later on in the
using
video too, we
the
use the
tree on the
trees
left
to
or right
basically like
to
peek
practice
corners and stuff
my
to target
yeah.
and hit the other targets
So
at
it's like
the
yeah.
behind
So
him.
like yep. So just use it for like cover as if it's a wall, and then just boom, find a target. Yep. And then shoot it. Yeah. There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, so just using the training grounds and, using the help of Roy, of course, you could definitely improve your gameplay with just small little tips, small little tweaks. You can definitely get there. All right, so next slide we have is mental and physical preparation. And we have about a couple more slides. You trying to knock this one down?
Yeah, this is very, very important, guys. Mental and physical preparation, key to having a good tournament run. So, competing at a high level requires strong mental resilience. Tournament nerves can affect even the best players, leading to shaky hands and poor decision making under pressure. Techniques like deep breathing, visualization, and listening to calming music can help manage anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Physical preparation is equally important. Lack of sleep, dehydration, and poor nutrition can severely impact reaction time and focus.
Mm-hmm.
Proper hydration, a good night's sleep, and eating a balanced meal before competing can enhance performance significantly. This is all true, chat. Pre-game routines help players enter a focused mindset. Many pros have rituals such as warming up in training mode, stretching, or listening to specific songs. These routines create consistency, reducing tournament stress and allowing players to feel ready when stepping into their matches. And this is every single top player, every single person that competes definitely knows that if you need to follow all these steps to perform well, because you're gonna do bad if you like spend the night before like staying up all night, not getting any sleep,
Yep.
or if you're only on like a couple hour like minutes of sleep or hours of sleep, and then you're not gonna be at your 100%. So please make sure you guys get as much proper rest as you need for that, and mentally too as well. You need to have a good mental game for this. It's a tournament. You're going against people who are not as good as you, at your level, better than you, and you need to just be in a good mindset to play your best and try to make it as far as you can and potentially win.
Mm-hmm. And remember, these are good skills for you to learn in general. So you could use these, for a test in class. The lack of sleep. I know we like to stay up when we're doing something we like doing, but the discipline of going to sleep and waking up, giving yourself energy in the morning, it helps a lot. So we just gotta make sure we give ourselves enough sleep. Stay hydrated, stay healthy. All right, next slide we got is equipment and setup checklist. All right, technical issues can ruin the tournament experience before the match even begins. Players should ensure their controllers, keyboards, and other peripherals are properly set up and have backups in case of failure. Okay, you don't want to show up to something without, your trusty controller or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then your whole gameplay is off. Okay, so for online tournaments, a wired internet connection is a must to prevent lag and disconnects. All right. Players should also close any unnecessary background applications that might interfere with performance. Rocket League players have lost crucial matches due to unexpected Wi-Fi drops, proving the importance of a stable setup. All right. Even me in the tournament, I have gotten kicked out before, not even realizing I was playing on Wi-Fi. That's why it's good to have a LAN cable. You know, just make sure your connection is always stable, unless like your internet literally just stops working. And then last paragraph. Additionally, players must be aware of game patches and updates. All right, some games undergo significant balance changes, which can affect strategies and character viability. If a Tekken player doesn't check patch notes, they might enter a tournament only to realize their character has been nerfed leaving them unprepared to adapt. All right, so that's what a lot of every game actually. Marvel Rivals I haven't played in a minute, so hopping right back on there after an
Mm-hmm.
update, you see a lot of changes. I'm like, my character is not as strong as he used to be. So I check the updates and I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, keeping up to date. And Corey and Edwin, if you guys don't, show a little bit of interaction, you won't be able to get any participation points. Participation points. So I'm gonna just let that be known.
Yeah, come on, guys. Just because we're not there doesn't mean you don't participate. Like,
Yeah,
this is just as important as us being there in person. Come on.
exactly. It's an easy answer. It's not even hard. You got this.
Yep.
Next slide
We
is
can.
understanding
Yeah.
the opponents.
What time are we done? 11:54.
11:55.
Oh, 55. Okay. We'll come back to that later. But understanding the what? The opponents. There it is. Understanding the opponent, guys. On the right side, you have Marvel Rivals hero balances. You have duelists in the build version, right? Um, the red on the player icon is an indicator for they got a nerf for something in their toolkit. The green in the background of the hero is going to be a buff to their toolkits. And at the bottom, it looks like we have both Winter Soldier and Wolverine. They got both a nerf and a buff, so that's pretty good. And these are very important to keep up to date with because if you don't read the patch notes, if you don't, update it, or if you don't read the patch notes or know what happens, you might not realize, wait, my character got buff, or wait, my character got nerf, or maybe someone now using can seem more viable, or maybe someone that is viable now, is had to play differently. So hero balances and patch notes are key and very important to keep up to date with. So that being said, we're going to talk about understanding the meta. The meta stands for most effective tactics available. It's consistently evolving, and players who fail to adapt can quickly fall behind, or they're going to have a hard time dealing with the current meta. Uh, the one answer, I'm here, and my bad. Okay. We'll revisit the question after. So, competitive games receive updates that can buff or nerf characters, weapons, or mechanics. Studying opponents can provide a significant advantage. Yeah, so if let's say the best Winter Soldier says, yeah, this guy got buffed or nerfed, he's gonna talk about it and explain how in detail, or vice versa. If they got buffed, they're gonna talk, okay, he got buffed, you can now do this. So definitely the person who mains them or uses them a lot can help provide uh, tools to either guide or hinder you. If a tournament has published brackets in advance, players can look up their potential matchups and research their past performances. Adaptability is just as important as preparation. Some players are naturally aggressive, while others prefer a defensive approach. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So we got about 2 more slides left. All right. So day of tournament tips and tricks. All right. On the day of a tournament, proper warm-ups are essential to ensure peak performance. All right. Warm up and stay focused. You gotta take care of yourself and adapt and stay prepared. Your performance is at your peak. So warm up and stay focused. Do pre-match drills or casual games to get into the competitive mindset, and take deep breaths and use calming techniques to manage nerves. All right. Or you can also watch um, watch videos, you know, um, to help calm your nerves. Anything that helps, keep you calm, keep you focused. All right. Second one, take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, eat a balanced meal, and avoid excessive caffeine. All right. Avoid excessive monsters, C4s, Celsius. I know there's a lot of energy drinks out there. They fire, but they will do damage in the long run. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Stick to some healthy foods. All right. Take short breaks between matches to reset mentally and avoid tilt. And this one is important. Taking short breaks is very important. I know sometimes we get stuck into
Burnout.
playing a game, burnt out. Yeah. So we got to give ourselves, some time to reset, some time to calm down. All right, last one we got adapt and stay prepared. Lastly, watch opponents and adjust your strategy if needed. It's most important is adapting. And then last one, keep track of the bracket, match schedules, and be ready for your next game. So you're not, waking up and being like, oh shoot, I got a tournament. Nah, you got to be ready for that. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
You gotta know what time, what station, who you're gonna fight.
Mhm.
All everything.
Got to be there early too, just so you can sign in,
Mm-hmm.
get your
Don't get
registration.
disqualified.
Yes, sir. Can't get disqualified before you even play.
Mm-hmm.
That would be embarrassing. Last one.
All right, last one, guys. We have post tournament reflection. This is very, very, very key because let's say you don't end up doing well and you just you lose, you're in a bad mindset. You don't even want to like be there anymore, and it's just a whole bunch of just negativity, bad energy. It happens. You're gonna see it. And
Yes.
even if it's not in a tournament setting, if you're in the classroom and you like lose and you're just making a big old scene, that doesn't look good on you and it doesn't make anybody feel good. So, sometimes you have to suffer in silence. Don't get too emotional because if you do, then people are just gonna, paint you a different picture because it's like if that's how you feel when you lose, then then like you feel so bad when you lose, but you feel so good when you win. It's like, you know,
Mhm.
definitely gives off a interesting vibe. So just do your best to reevaluate and try to hone in on your emotions because afterwards you have to plan. You have a vision, goal, action, success. So learn from the mistakes, adapt, and try to make them again. Regardless of performance, though, post tournament analysis is key to improving for future events. Players should review their match replays, identifying mistakes and missed opportunities. Seeking feedback from coaches, teammates, or even opponents can provide valuable insights. This is
Mhm.
this is really really good and true because when you're playing an opponent, a good person will be like, hey, like what exactly can I improve on or what am I doing? And then the opponent will be like, well, I noticed that in in that match you were jumping too much and I was calling you out, or hey, your character can do this, like you can zone me out, but you weren't zoning me out. You're trying to get in on me and not playing like a different game than you should have. So
Yeah.
good players, good opponents, and good coaches will help help to realize like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Try this instead. Or hey, I see you doing this, but you're not doing this. So it all goes back in time back to reflecting and looking back at your previous runs.
Right.
Many professional teams have dedicated analysts who break down players' performance, pinpointing areas of improvement that might not be obvious to the player. Finally, setting goals for improvement ensures progress. Instead of just moving on after a loss, players should create a plan to address their weaknesses. If a player struggles with tournament nerves, they might enter smaller events or high-stakes online matches to stimulate the pressure. Consistently refining skills based on past experiences is how players grow and eventually become champions.
Yes, sir. So definitely learn how to remain, calm, especially under pressure. Um, I know a lot of games they get to us. We be trying our hardest, and it just sometimes seem like it's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. At the end of the day, it's okay because we're all here to have fun and help each other. At the end of the day, so if you lose, um, you know, most you can do is learn. Um, learn from your mistakes, and then next time, just fight harder until you do get that dub, and then you could just, you can fight back. You can start talking back. You know, sometimes they be talking. It gets to us sometimes, but sometimes you gotta just let them talk. You'll get your get back sometimes. You gotta work for it. And then let's get back to this question. All right, I'm gonna ask the question one more time. What bracket type have we done our class so far? All right, it's only one out of these three that you see. It's only one. So which bracket type have we already done in our class so far? You said number one? Who said number one? And who answered? Who answered? All right, perfect. Good job, Edwin.
Nice job.
You were precisely right. It is singles. All right, that's the only one we've run because of how quickly it can go. Double eliminations would be like double the time. So got about 45 minutes, so we run singles. Good job, Edwin. High stakes is the right answer. You got another question? You got another question? Let's see. Let's see what's another question.
The trees. You got about 5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes.
Yep. Da-da-da. Probably play some lo-fi. I wonder if that'll
Hmm.
be okay. We got about 4 minutes left, students. We will not be seeing you guys tomorrow, so just a heads up. What? They are All right. Good afternoon, class. Good afternoon, class. Welcome
Yo,
to
what's up,
another
everyone?
day. hmm
Welcome, welcome.
Today is what? March 12th, Wednesday. Hopefully y'all had a good day so far. Today we're gonna be learning about preparing for tournaments. All right. So if you want to get in the tournament scene, if you plan on it in the future, these are the necessities, you know, that you can use to help you get that dub at the end of the day. All right. It's your boy Roy.
Good morning, guys. Y'all ready or what?
Y'all ready?
Want to read the first one?
I got you. All right. So first one, understanding tournament format, you guys. All right. So before entering a tournament, all right, it's crucial to understand the structure. All right. There are online and offline tournaments, each with its own challenges. All right. Let's start off with online first. Online events require good
Hmm.
internet, no distractions, and an optimized setup. All right. We can help you with all three of those things. All right. So these bullet points start off with played over the internet, meaning network latency can affect reaction time, and that is, your ping. If your ping is too high, you might get latency, you might be lagging, you might be teleporting here and there. What's up, Juan? What's up, Juan? Let's see how many students we have today, actually.
Nice.
All right, and then we have connection quality. Varies based on internet speed, distance from servers, and packet loss. And I'm not sure if you guys got packet loss before, but I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 lately, and I've been getting a lot of packet loss when I've been starting up my games. So with a quick refresh, quick reset, it'll fix that. But basically, packet loss is um, so so in order to play a game, you have to load the game files. So sometimes when you load the game, it doesn't always load all those game files. So that's what it means when it means the packet's lost, right? So you're losing some of those game files that you need to get that game running, to pristine edition. Or what was I trying to say? Pristine edition? Yeah, that works. I'm just keep it like that. All right. And you got some games use rollback netcode, all right, like Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 6, to reduce lag, while others rely on delay-based netcode, which can feel sluggish. I don't know why I'm lagging in my speech right now. All right,
Packet loss.
packet loss. Yeah, I'm losing packets. Yeah. All right. Last bullet point, we got players might need to adjust their playstyle to compensate for minor input delays. All right, and now they're not ready.
The goats.
The goats, appreciate that, Aaron. Hold on, let me see if they're good, because I don't want to be just talking to myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, everything good? But like I was finishing off, players might need to adjust their playstyle to compensate for minor input delays during attacks earlier in fighting games. Uh, Especially Street Fighter, I've um, witnessed this a lot. Street Fighter, Tekken, games like that. Especially Smash Brothers as well. Just playing online, you have a little bit of delay. Uh, Instead of like playing offline, everything is pristine. But that delay, you have to just throw out your abilities a little bit more early. Kind of think a little bit quicker. All right. And then lastly, we have offline. Offline events need travel plans. All right, comfort with in-person play and adjusting to different setups. All right. So the bullet points start off with played in a local area network (LAN) setting, meaning zero lag or input delay, more consistent frame rates and smooth gameplay. as there are no internet connection issues. So this just overall helps gameplay. The experience is a lot more smoother. And then lastly, players rely on raw skill and reaction time since online lag compensation doesn't exist. So this offline play is where your skills become, you know, put into the test, you know. And sometimes TVs, I know in our case, it's still a little bit input lag when we play. Bro, your audio is doubling. It shouldn't be. It has to be your end. Hello?
Goes or the teacher has double tabs on. Does she?
One second. Be right back. Let me put that on.
Thank you.
All right, so perfect. Hopefully we are good to go. Just waiting on some, confirmation. Class is done at 1:14. So we got about, you add 4 to 36, that's 40. Add 20, 24. Add 14, that's what? 38. All right, we good. Perfect. So where I was left off at was players rely on raw skill and reaction time since online lag compensation doesn't exist. All right, it's all good. So definitely, um, offline mode is the way to go. That's why in tournaments, um, everything is in person. So you would have a big tournament at a big hub to where everybody can come spectate, and you have the pro players play there on big screens. Because offline, it just works better with compatibility. All right. And lastly, example: a player who dominates online may struggle offline due to stage nerves or input lag differences. However, online play has more input delay compared to offline, leading to different reaction speeds and timing for combos. All right, so I'm gonna wait right here at bracket types because I'm not sure what's going on right now, Roy. I'm not sure,
Uh,
man.
yeah. So it looks like I don't think she knows how the teach works, how the tech works. So
So let me tell y'all what's going on. All right.
mhm.
So this is our online portion where we basically teach you, all right, through this live showcase. But next week we'll be starting on Zoom. Okay. So you'll be having a much more engagement. You'll see us, face to face, not face to face, but camera to camera. Okay.
Mhm.
So pretty much what you're doing here is you're learning, paying attention. If we ask you a question, you got to participate by answering. That's how you get your points. All right. And we will give you questions Friday. You'll have an assessment based on the presentations we give you. All right. So it's pretty simple. All you got to do is pay attention, answer some questions,
They're
learn.
all going to be everything we teach you through the module.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's stop playing in the chat, please. Let's talk like we're decent adults, please. Let's not use words like, you know, tweaking.
Okay, so
Let me
double
see.
be good. I'm good. I don't think she knows how tech works.
Let me see.
Yeah, we didn't have these problems the first time, so I don't know what happened.
All
Can you
right,
guys
so we
later?
ready?
Okay, okay.
All right, stop. All right, let's pay attention. All right, y'all, let's get this done. We got about 35 minutes left, so let's just get this presentation done. All right, let's keep the jokes aside. Let's lock in, chat.
Lock in, guys.
Lock in
All
time.
right. Bracket types. We're starting it up, guys.
Mhm.
Tournaments also follow different bracket formats, such as single elimination, where losing once means you're out, and double elimination, which means players have a second chance by moving into the lower bracket. Oh, okay, so some tournaments use round robin pools, where players face off in multiple opponents for the best record advances. In the pictures you see below, we have single elimination, which is you lose once, you're out. High stakes. Sound familiar, from yesterday? Hint, hint. And then we have
Mhm.
in the middle we have double elimination, which is the more traditional, standardized protocol for tournaments, which is you get a second chance to compete in the lower bracket. So you lose and winners, you can still make it out of pools or still make it out of losers if you just don't lose again. It's like a second chance in life.
Yeah.
All right, all right. And finally, we have a round robin. That's more for like a special invitational. So, like, let's say I want to take like the best players in our class. So it's like, all right, I need the 8 best players out of these like 20 people. So let me get Fish, Albert, Kai, everyone else, and then they basically have to all face each other in an 8-man round robin style where instead of fighting each other once and getting eliminated or twice, you fight this person, that person, that person, that person, and stack up your stats
Mhm.
between wins and losses. And finally, we have game rules and settings, guys. Understanding the rule set is another key factor. Games like SSBU have different legal stages depending on the tournament, while Valorant has specific map bans and agent restrictions. I don't know about agent restrictions, not gonna lie. Map bans, yeah. Not every single map is gonna be into play. And you know how yesterday we have like tournament rule settings for Smash Brothers. It's gonna be your traditional 3 stocks, 7 minutes with no final Smash meter on, and no items, and tournament legal stages only, which are Battlefield, Small Battlefield, Final Destination, Pokemon Stadium 2, Kalos, Smashville,
Hmm.
Town and City, and Hollow Bastion. Guys, those are the 8 legal stages.
So the only stages you can choose from, right? And you're able to ban those stages.
Yes, yes. So basically, you can have the gentleman to play on PlayStation 2 or Small Battlefield or wherever. And then from there, you can be like, okay, actually, I want to start here. I want to start here. Then you do rock, paper, scissors to where one person bans, the other person bans, and then the other person bans. And then you're left with the 2 options, 2 or 3 options.
Yep.
So,
Let's go.
mm-hmm.
And quick question: which one of these brackets have we already done? All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Y'all don't have to say it 20 times.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We recognize you. We see you. All right. Gonna stay here like 1 minute.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, guys. This is it. It is 12:45.
Yo, just
All right. Just spamming the likes. Let's go.
let's go.
Um,
You wanna just go to the next one?
yeah, we'll just go to the next one.
All right,
We'll
bet.
come back to the question later.
We could do that. Next
But
one
all
we
right,
got
get him.
practicing effectively. All right. So not all practice is equal, and mindless grinding can lead to bad habits. All right. Focused training means identifying weaknesses and improving on them, rather than simply playing for long hours. All right. If a Rocket League player struggles with aerials, they should spend time in training mode, specifically practicing that one skill instead of just playing rank matches. Instead of just playing rank matches and just trying to freestyle when you should be training. A lot of people do that nowadays. They just go into rank matches, they play, they freestyle, try and train in rank matches. I don't know why I keep saying matches, but they keep
Mm-hmm,
trying to
mm-hmm.
train in rank matches, and it doesn't help us in the long run. So take it to training mode, yo. And then we have scrims. Scrims provide a better competitive experience than casual play, which is basically a structured practice match against serious opponents. Which I used to do back in the day when I used to play sports. We used to play scrims against other schools. So my school playing against another school, playing against another school. We just have a big showcase where we just practice and we just train before the playoffs, basically. All right. And lastly, we got watching and analyzing VODs, video on demand recordings. This is another key practice method. Players should review their own matches to identify mistakes and also watch professional players to learn high level strategies. And right here is basically a video of
The
Roy
trees. Mm-hmm. Now go
teaching
to
one of
where
the
the trees are
students in Valorant.
on the bridge. Yeah, this is in the practice range. So there are
No,
times
no, no. Keep
where
going there. Go there.
before we go
Go
into
there.
like either ranked matches or scrims, we will hit up the range to work on aim routines or warm ups. So this is a mixture of both. I have one of our best snipers in the Discord.
Mm.
Basically train with a different style of sniping which is going to the bridge right here in the on the left or like the far right hand side of the map, and just practice shooting these two little target bots in the sky, and getting ready for when we go into like the matches in case he needs to like micro adjust or micro flick to an opponent. So since both of these are very close to each other, and sometimes you want to be hiding behind cover, I feel like this is a really good warm up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The tree, not on the targets right now. That one,
And right
yeah.
here, he shows him using the
So
tree
it's
as
like,
cover.
yeah, so like, yep. So just use it for like cover as if it's a wall, and then just boom, find a target.
Okay.
Yep, and then shoot it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that beanie is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby chomping on your head.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Next, we got mental and physical preparation, y'all.
All right, this is really really important, guys. Mental and physical preparation is key to performing well whenever you are in a tournament setting and just anywhere in general, whether it's like school, work, working out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
These will help you in the long run. The sniper adds is fast. ADS is fast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the cool things about Valorant is you can adjust the settings to where you don't have to hold it or toggle it. It will just whoosh, and feel super clean, very nice to hit.
Like a quick scope.
Exactly, yeah. A
Hey.
quick scope, exactly. Hey, competing at a high level requires strong mental resilience. Tournament nerves can affect even the best players, and still does, leading to shaky hands and poor decision making under pressure. Techniques like deep breathing, visualization, and listening to calming music help manage anxiety. And you'll see it, guys. You'll see it and you'll experience it too. Like if you guys are in tournaments, you may think you'll be okay, but once you're in the setting, once you're in game, that's when you start really truly feeling it. Um, Next up, we have physical preparation is equally important. Like lack of sleep, dehydration, and poor nutrition can severely impact reaction time and focus. Proper hydration, a good night's sleep, and eating a balanced meal before complete competing can enhance performance significantly, guys. This is all it's really important because you're never going to perform at your best if you are lacking on sleep, if you're thirsty, dehydrated, and unless you're just eating absolutely terrible or not eating at all. Like take care of your mind and body, and you'll perform well under pressure in a crazy fun esports environment.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we have pre-game routines help players enter a focused mindset. Many pros have rituals such as warming up in training mode, stretching, or listening to specific songs. These routines create consistency, reducing tournament stress and allowing players to feel ready when stepping into their matches. So some people might, perform better if they're wearing their lucky socks or something, or their lucky beanie.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's whatever rituals, things that you have going for you. Do your best to stick with them, but also don't be like reliant on them as well, because one time you might lose and you'll be like, dang it.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Lose and be like, I need my headphones. Like, nah, man, you gotta soak in that loss.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn from it. Next, we got equipment and setup checklists. All right. So technical issues can ruin a tournament experience before the first match even begins. Like, imagine pulling up to your tournament, you don't even have like your cleats to play football, or like you don't have your basketball shoes, or you don't have your controller, your trusty controller. All right. It's already broke through, so it just feels perfect. So players should ensure their controllers, keyboards, and other peripherals are properly set up and have backups in case of failure. All right. So for online tournaments, a wired internet connection is a must to prevent lag and disconnects. All right. So in any online tournament, if you playing through Wi-Fi, I'm praying for you because Wi-Fi is it's very unstable. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to play at your best with the best internet connection, use one of these LAN cables right here. All right. Connect that to your console and then connect that to your internet router. Then that's the best internet you could get at that moment. All right. So players should also close any unnecessary background applications that might interfere with performance. Rocket League players have lost crucial matches due to unexpected Wi-Fi drops, proving the importance of a stable setup. All
Mm-hmm.
right. That's another thing why they do a lot of big tournaments in person because they can reduce the internet lag, the internet issues in general. Offline is a lot more stable. All right. And lastly, additionally, players must be aware of game patches and updates. Some games undergo significant balance changes, which can affect strategies and character viability. Right? If a Tekken player doesn't check patch notes, they might enter a tournament only to realize their character has been nerfed, leaving them unprepared to adapt. Okay, this works for every game almost. Um, so if your game has notes or updates that change characters overall, change stats and stuff like that, you might want to pay attention to those because your character might get nerfed or buffed. So it might be a pro or a con. Just be aware. All right, got about 20 more minutes left. A couple more slides, about 3 more slides. And this one is understanding the opponents. All right, let me see. So the meta, most effective tactics available, which is what meta means, is constantly evolving, and players who fail to adapt can quickly fall behind. All right, Marvel Rivals is actually one of those games. It's a great example. They actually just had a recent update, so they do a lot of updates, whether it's like a month, 2 weeks, a couple months. But it's very recent, and they do a lot of big changes. Like recently, they nerfed what's his name, Iron Fist. He got a lot more health, but a less more damage. So he's just a different person. As a whole, he's just not who he used to be. Competitive games receive updates that can buff or nerf characters, weapons, or mechanics. Studying opponents can provide a significant advantage. Even in Brawlhalla, they actually changed some people. Some people have different specials than they usually started off with, like Cassidy. So it's good to pay attention to that. And then lastly, if a tournament has published brackets in advance, players can look up their potential matchups and research their past performances. Adaptability is just as important as preparation. Some players are naturally aggressive, while others prefer a defensive approach. All right. So pay attention to your matchups, seeing who you play, especially if you play in big tournaments. The people that are in the tournaments, they're usually, you can see their videos up somewhere. So I guess watching them videos, just practicing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like
And
sneaking on them.
and I would say too, like if you're in tournaments and you're in, you have the opportunity to change characters or counter the other opponent,
Hmm.
definitely do so. Because there have been a couple times where Donovan and I have been in ranked games, and it's like, wait a
Oh
minute,
yeah.
they have like 3 tanks. We should probably go Wolverine.
Hmm.
And then he busts out the Wolverine. He starts scratching him up and slicing him up because Wolverine's a tank buster.
Yeah.
And we end up just turning the tide.
Small things like that can really change the tide.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Tips and tricks. Try to knock this
All
out.
right. All right, guys. Next one. Day of tournament tips and tricks. This is truly, truly important because after you get some good sleep, it's the day of the tournament. Now, game set, mind mode. So, on the day of the tournament, proper warm ups are essential to ensure peak performance, guys. Peak. Warm up and stay focused, okay? Do you pre match drills or casual games to get into competitive mindset? So whether like let's say you're with your friends, and you're competing, practice with them, spar with them, go into the training room, lab some stuff, go over a game plan, anything to like be alert and stay ready for your battles at hand.
Yeah.
Take deep breaths and use calming techniques to manage nerves, and you'll see it in game too. Like one of my favorite players in Super Smash Brothers, he goes by Ken. He made Sonic. He's from Japan.
Mm.
Since the beginning of time, he's always done this thing where he puts his hand over his chest. He's like, takes a deep breath in and then lets it out and then just goes in,
Mhm.
Like pretty much almost every, after like a win, a loss, anything. It's like his own little routine / tradition thing to calm himself or make sure, he's like, okay, let me just focus up, hone in, lock in, all that good stuff. So,
I see.
yep. So always make sure you do that. And I am a huge advocate of warming up, going in drills, because watch, you're gonna be in tournaments. And if you're not warmed up, that's gonna be an excuse. Like, oh, I warmed up, I didn't lose. That's aura for real, bro. It's aura, man. Like for me specifically for Zero Suit Samus, like if I miss my spike, I'll be so mad at myself for missing that because I know I can land him.
Yeah.
And it's just one little two inputs actually, three technically. Four even maybe. But I know like if I practice him and warm them up to him, I have to be like muscle memory, visually ready to make sure I land him because that is a game changer and game winner. And one mess up will just cause me to lose the game. From either not practicing, not warming up, or not being confident, which should be a big key factor in this as well. Is just adding confidence because about a week ago there was a Valorant tournament that was being hosted in Pomona for the Pomona schools, and two of my students were competing at the playoffs. And one of them, her name is Priscilla. She was like, she was excited. She was gonna have fun. She knew she was gonna lose, but she was ready. And the other guy was just like very negative, very bad. He was basically like, yo, there's no way we're gonna win. Like, what's the point? And I'm like, dude, you were literally made up you made it to playoffs, dude. Like,
Hmm.
the point is you make it here. Like something you might be able to win, but if you already have the loser mentality and you already lost, then there's no hope for you. Like, GG, bro,
Yeah.
GG.
Never give
So,
up.
hmm is it okay to rage quit?
Ooh, what's your answer?
I don't think it's ever okay, but there are gonna be times where you do rage quit. Where you're just like, all right, I'm done. Psh, it's over. It's definitely going to happen. I don't think it's ever okay, but I think it's not okay to always rage quit for nothing, bro. Like if you rage quit every single time, then you got something going on. But
Yeah.
some sometimes it will build up, it will add up, and if you're with random, like I rage quit if I'm with a bunch of random people and they're doing the worst things and they're
Exactly.
being like terrible, negative. I'm like, all right, you know what, we're throwing, fine, I'm done.
Mhm.
But if it's like in Smash Bros, I'll be like, all right, whatever, like I'm just done. But there are people who throw their controllers. They're like, I'm done with this. And,
Oh
there's a
yeah.
whole compilation about it.
I don't know how people
um,
could do that.
yeah. Well, what do you think, Donovan? What do you think?
I was gonna say, I don't ever think it's okay to rage quit. Not in competitive, not in ranked gameplay, at least. Only time I think it's okay is like he said when you have bad teammates, like you're just with a bunch of randoms, and they don't even want to play right, you know. So at that time,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I gotta find me a new team, or like on Rocket League, for example, there's times where you could forfeit, right? There's times where I'll be losing super bad, and my teammate is like, he doesn't want to forfeit, so I can't forfeit without him. So it's like in
Yeah.
that case, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna deal with this, you know. But other than that, nah, it's not okay. You can't give up. You gotta keep fighting. You might just get a clutch. Never give up. Never rage quit unless it's really just not working for you. But don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's expected to happen. Just
Mhm.
do your best to like try not to let that happen like too many times.
Uh huh.
And next up, we have, speaking of that, like we have take care of yourselves. This is really, really important, guys. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, stay hydrated. Whenever you're out competing, always make sure you have that water because if you don't, you can have a bad time. Eat a balanced meal and avoid excessive caffeine because if you're basically not eating healthy and you have something like enhancing your nerves, you might mess up. You might be nervous. You don't know how it'll truly affect you in a competitive setting. So know your limitations and what you can and cannot do.
Mhm.
Take short breaks between matches to reset mentally and avoid tilt. That's a big thing too. Like if you're on a losing streak, and that's a time where you just need to take a break. Play some Minecraft, play some Roblox, play something that won't
Something
put you
peaceful.
on tilt. Yeah, something peaceful, and then come back to it later because you don't want to, like, once you start losing a lot, take a break, you'll start winning again. So please be aware of that. And finally, we have adapt and stay prepared, guys. Watch opponents and adjust your strategy if needed, like how we talked about in the last slide with, you know, Wolverine being a good counter to tanks,
Mhm.
and keep track of the bracket max match schedules and be ready for your next games. I cannot tell you guys how important it is for you to show up for your bracket matches. Because let's say your bracket match is at 8 a.m. Right? We have to take into consideration driving to the venue, finding parking for the venue, maybe trying to get into the venue,
Mhm.
and also to maybe meeting people. Like these things are all big factors. The next thing you know, you get there at 7:50. It's already like 7:59, and then you have to find your station. You have to find the opponents, and then next thing you know, you show up just to find out you got disqualified for not making it on time. That feels
DQ.
bad. Do you get DQ'd? You wasted your money, you wasted your time, and you lost. Like, come on, guys, come on. So please, please, I've seen this happen a lot of times. Make sure you plan accordingly. Keep track of where your brackets are going to be, what time they are, who you're going to face, and if you don't know, ask. They don't know where Station Two is. Oh, it's over there. Okay, cool. Are
Yeah.
you are you Johnny? Johnny? Okay, cool. I'm Roy. I'm fighting you in tournament. All right, cool. I make it on time because you don't want to give Johnny the free win. All right,
Yeah. Johnny been talking too much. I don't want Johnny to win.
for
You
real,
know.
man.
Then lastly, we got post tournament reflection. Right. So this is after the tournament. Um. This is how you reflect and get better, improve. So the next tournament, you can have a better outcome. You feel me? So, regardless of performance, post tournament analysis is key to improving for future events. All right, players should review their match replays, identifying mistakes and missed opportunities, seeking feedback from coaches, teammates, or even opponents can provide valuable insights. And this one is important. Um, Imagine somebody losing to somebody that's really good, and instead of taking it to heart and just rage quitting, as some of you might say. Instead of doing that, he goes with the game, and then after he talks to the opponent, and is like, what did I do wrong? What can I get better with? And instead of him pushing back, he was like, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, and overall, it just helps him, in the long run. So it's good to stay calm and try and reach outside sources to get feedback. To try and help your gameplay or just you in general. All right. Many professional teams have dedicated analysts who break down player performance, pinpointing areas of improvement that might not be obvious to the player. And finally, setting goals for improvement ensures progress. Instead of just moving on after a loss, players should create a plan to address their weakness. If a player struggles with tournament nerves, they might enter a small event or high stakes online match to simulate the pressure. All right, consistently refining skills based on past experiences is how players grow and eventually become champions. All right, so every step is important. Post tournament reflection, um, pre tournament, um, the mentality, the physical healthiness around it. It's all important, y'all. So if you ever want to get in the tournament scene, I recommend practicing these just so you can know you could be at your best always. I got about
All
10
right.
minutes left. Hmm.
I have a question for you guys. Do you watch and analyze your own gameplay? I'm curious to know,
Mm,
guys. Curious.
that's
Like,
a good question.
do you guys actually like go back and look at, you know, like stats, even, you know, the VODs of whatever you played?
Yeah, these save your replays. Go
Mm-hmm.
back and
That's a good
watch
one.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, I'm too good. But if nobody see it, then where your proof? You gotta show us the Carfax, Elijah.
3 minutes? No, you got 7 minutes. It's done at 1:14.
Yes, to see how I lost. Okay, Leono. Leono.
There you go. Yeah.
Good job.
What games? Let us know what games, guys. For me, I watched Rivals, Overwatch when it was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be watching my 2K games sometime.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where I did a crazy game winner on two people. I had to watch it over and over.
See, and that too, guys. That too. Watching some winning stuff
Hmm.
feels good. You're like, hey, I did that. It popped off.
Yep.
Heck
Show
yeah.
your friends. Show the homies. So they don't doubt you no more. They could send you an invite.
Mm-hmm.
Madden, Rainbow Six.
Madden. Good. Rainbow Six. Good.
I like the Madden pick. Okay, Madden, Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is really difficult for me. It's a good game. Good game. Ford got the winning elimination when falling to my death. I'll contact dunk on you. No, you won't. Let's not lie,
Bruh.
kids.
Mm.
It's not good to lie, students.
Fort got the winning limb. Yeah, yeah.
Got the winning elim falling to death.
Yeah. I was playing Valorant, some ranked the other night, and it was basically a 3v1. And I ended up getting a 2K. And then the last one, I had my ultimate ready.
Yeah,
And I kind of just swung out. I looked at the opponent, they looked at me. I shot it. And she killed me, but my ultimate stayed active and it caught her. And so like we eliminated each other, but she didn't have time to defuse the spike, and I
Uh,
ended up clutching up.
oh, that one person that pulls her in, huh?
So if I missed that, we would have lost. But I grabbed it, so I was like, even though she killed me, I was able to capture her in my ultimate, making sure she wasn't able to defuse, and we secured the round.
That's tough.
It was. I clipped me beating Josh. There you
Okay.
go.
Where the
There you
clip? I want to see
go.
the clip. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
show us the clip. That'll be tight if we have like a clip showcase or
Right.
a clip talent show.
Yep.
That'll,
Every Thursday, I do clip review, guys.
yeah. We got about 4 minutes left, y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. Um, and we'll be seeing y'all next week.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining on and off, so stay warm in this bipolar weather. Uh,
When y'all getting NCAA?
all right, we can when y'all start participating,
Mm.
I
Yep.
got you. Once y'all start participating, I could get NCAA.
The National Collegiate Athletic Association. Fun fact, the NCAA was founded on March 31st, 1906.
1906,
That was 118 years ago, guys. That was the year I was born.
1906. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Back in my day.
1988, the first Madden game.
What? Alright, guys. And rest of your day. Yep.
I'm a fossil.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kirby even have bones? Nah, man.
He is, what's that? Malleable or something like that? He's all rubber,
Oh, I see.
basically. He's basically Luffy.
Luffy? Is that
Mm-hmm.
you? Dang. Kirby got that
GG's.
devil fruit. GG's,
Mm-hmm.
y'all.
You
GG's.
really do. You really do. GG easy, chat. GG easy.
Easy.